chat open on mine, too. We're live. Hey, we are back in the office. Whoever's watching live right now, am I blowing out your ears? Is the volume good? Is the volume bad? Need your meter.
Hello, hello. Give us your noise meter. Luke, can you turn the second headphone volume down a little bit? I don't think it's that one. Yeah.
Is that 1 or 2 that you're turning?
Hello, hello. Too far. Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
All right, we got some people in the chat. Abe, how's the sound?
Honest Abe, my man.
Too loud. Okay, too loud.
Turn it down a little bit.
We can try turning it down over there. Luke just turned it down a little bit. Loud as fuck. That's what I thought. Ouch loud. Ouch loud. Ouch loud. Very loud.
Okay.
That's
fair.
Did it turn down at all?
Are we turning down?
Much distort. Yeah, so we're blowing them out. All right. BBD and I had so long getting these settings right.
Getting better sounds good.
Still good?
Still good. Still good.
Jake's was good. Mine's good.
Jake's is good. We're still good.
All right. On the delay, I'm not back to the mic yet, so I'm going to wait until I see that they see I'm back and they hear me.
Who said we're back?
Who said we're whack? You said we're whack? All right, I just sat down on the live time. Pretty big delay. And Boogie and Ben are saying good.
Boogie in bed.
Sounds good. Can you turn up my headphones a little bit? All right. Cool. That was fun for everyone that comes to YouTube and watches these on delay. You got to watch that. You're back. Sounds good. Here we go. Let's see if I blow their fucking ears off with this now.
Got us.
Blew my own ears off. Welcome back to John Boy and Jake Radio. It is Tuesday, June 9th, and we are in the Bronx at John Boy Media headquarters, back for the first time since early March, late February. I don't even know. It's been a while. Jake, how you doing? You excited to be back?
Hello, James. Yeah, man, we're in the office. Biggest weekend of your life, potentially. And yeah, man, it's what is it? 2 months? I wanted to look back, but I had no idea how to search. Obviously, I thought about digging through my tweets and like at Talkin' Jake office or something. But yeah, it's got to be close to 2 months. I think we made it into March, right?
I think we did the very beginning of March.
Yes, because I moved here in March, and I did like 2 weeks here.
Mm-hmm.
And we pushed the limits a little bit, so we probably got close to mid-March.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the last JJR we did.
It might have actually been like a Friday, right?
Yeah, I think we did a full week, and then it was like, all right, next week we're not going to be here. And it was
back in the crib.
It's a big-time bummer. No one enjoyed it. Everyone hated it.
Popped in that U-Haul van. Corona's over.
The last JJR we did here, no, that was at my house. Damn. You think Corona's over? You forgot your mask today. That's why you're saying that, right?
I forgot my mask.
March 18th.
And I got in a Uber. Okay, so yeah, mid-March. And we pushed it for a little bit. Probably shouldn't even have been. But, yeah, man, forgot my mask and got in the elevator. And then normally I've done that a ton, obviously. But normally I turn around and I'm like, Bad Jake. Like, no, man.
Yeah, I forgot my mask the other day. I told you, and I just walked without it. And I felt bad about it, but at the same time, I didn't at all.
Yeah. I did feel bad because on the elevator, someone in medical clothes, either a doctor or nurse, got in.
Oh, that's a bummer.
and they were wearing the mask. So then I felt like an instant asshole off the rip.
Producing on the fly here.
So that was tough. Yeah, I mean, I could get low, I could get high. Let me know.
I
Whatever
gotcha.
you need.
I gotcha.
This body was made to work, and
you know I'm
that.
a head.
This body was made to work.
You
and
know I'm a
that.
headspace jerk.
But yeah, man. I mean, dude, Central Park this weekend. People were out, played spike ball.
You did?
I did.
Against who?
My friend Jack.
Are you okay?
And some of his friends. Oh yeah, it was light. Spike ball.
Okay, because I've seen you play spike ball.
I mean, I went 2-0, and that's obvious.
Yeah.
But it was spike ball light.
I've seen you play spike ball.
Yeah.
And you hurt yourself a lot.
Spike ball light.
A little update for everyone. Producer BBD isn't here today. He had to get his teeth fixed. They all fell out.
He's got bad teeth.
Yeah, he said he's born with bad teeth.
Born with bad teeth.
Put that on a shirt.
Not much you can do.
Hey, you know what we forgot to do?
What'd you forget
the
to do?
baggage episode that we posted
Baggage.
yesterday. We said we wanted to make a baggage that said,
What's
how
that
about
about?
how about that?
Yeah.
And want to make a shirt. We actually, like, people in the chat were like, yeah, I'll buy
Yeah.
it. When we say, let's make a shirt, we need to actually ping Matt.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it right now.
Matt, listen.
So another update.
Jerry's got a couple because he says, what's that about?
Yeah. What's that about? And then someone else said if we can get like a cartoon drawing of Jerry with his hands in the air and then just real big, whole lot of baggage.
Oh, love it.
That's a good shirt.
Yeah,
too.
I think we got to be careful with Jerry. I feel like
We'll just cartoon him.
Jerry's good money-wise.
Design idea.
Sue our
dump.
buttholes.
Watching baggage shirt.
Baggage.
What's that about? Typed it all wrong. He gets it. He's not going to know. Sometimes we send our design guy Matt like a T-shirt idea that has no context. And just
Yeah.
like, do this.
It's tough.
But like very few occasions we've woken up the next day with like a perfect design.
Yeah.
How did you figure that out? Anyway, office update. We tidied up. We set up. Things went swimmingly today. Actually, went really good.
All things
good job
considered,
by
yeah.
the three of us. There's a thing outside. We ran the AC as blasted it and turned it off as soon as we start recording. So it's going to be interesting to see how long
Yeah.
it lasts.
Well, we're going to need a better game plan. I mean, today we were hanging stuff up. We were, like, hanging out in here. Like, before the show, this has to be, like, empty.
Like a 10-minute empty zone.
Like, yes.
Because I don't know how much, like, we do record a lot. We got a lot of watchings
Right.
to do. We might have to do talking baseball right after this. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But are you comfortable right now?
I'm good.
I'm comfy. I can sense it like probably
Oh, it's coming.
in 10 minutes.
It's
probably gonna
coming.
Be like
I'm regretting the hat a little bit.
steam room hat. I'm wearing my my tourism hat.
Probably show off my hair. I'm wearing... What hat am I wearing? I Love Baseball? Yeah.
How'd you potty train Noodle
Ooh,
in an apartment?
heavy. Why are you asking, Jim? What'd you do this weekend? What'd you do since Thursday?
Got
What
a
have you
dog.
done since Thursday?
Oh yeah,
on
we
JJR?
haven't
done anything.
We haven't done JJR. Oh yeah, I got a dog. I got engaged, and we're back in the office. And Luke's living with us for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks, Luke? You don't have a mic, but yeah, 2 weeks.
He nodded.
Huge weekend. But I asked because someone DM'd me and was like,
Right.
have fun potty training your dog in an apartment in New York City.
Yeah.
We just finished ours. I was like, damn. It's day one. We haven't even started. I asked him how he did it. He said they took the dog out every 45 minutes and didn't bring it back in until it peed or pissed.
I
Peter shit.
want to say we initially were at like every 3 hours.
That's better than 45
Yeah,
minutes.
45 minutes seems extreme. We were at
Seems like too much piss to be inside a dog.
Yeah. Maybe like the first weekend it was 2 hours, but we started stretching that out. But yeah, because we started doing like staggered. Like I think I would go to bed at like, closer to midnight, take the dog out before. Jess would wake up in the middle of the night. I wanted to, but Jess hated. I mentioned on a JJR, I got yelled at for that because I used to do an old man stretch, like get loose, and she'd yell at me and be like, "Take the dog out," and I'm like, "My body needs this."
Can't just wake up and take it out.
So then I was subbed out of the middle of the night takeout crew. But yeah, we had some of the puppy potty pads, so you got to learn those. Those are a good.
Right now he
net.
just eats them.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Like it doesn't last on ground.
We had the
It's getting
same.
Hot. It's
we had
getting hot already.
Oh yeah, we had a similar problem, but with me and the dog.
Yeah.
And we had like a puppy play area. We made like a caged in area, So, like, if where we are right now, if you kind of fence it in. So his crate was in there, puppy pad, his food. So he had, like, his little dojo for a little bit.
We gave up on the crate.
Yeah?
Not gonna. Zimmer was never a crate dog.
Crate's huge.
Zimmer was never a crate dog. And, like, go in the crate, he just cries forever. Take him out of the crate, he just sleeps on the ground instantly.
Tired from crying in the crate.
Yeah. I don't know. We gave up on the crate. We put a pen, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know where the bathroom and the bedroom is?
Pen's good.
So we put a pen, so all he can do is go in our bedroom,
Sure.
the little square in front of the bathroom, and then a little bit of a in the other room too.
Yeah.
It's like a little area. He's good.
We did have a cheat code because the first apartment we got Noodle in when he was a puppy, it was a tweener apartment because Jess and I weren't living together, and her lease had 2 extra months on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of fake moved in her place, like lived out of suitcase for 2 months because that's my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved in together, but it was kind of perfect because Noodle was in there. It wasn't a nice apartment. He like chewed a couple things, and it was what it was. But we also had a little balcony there, and so we did take some puppy pee privileges on the balcony.
That's nice.
Which was nice. But yeah, I mean, we use the elevator, and it gets better. But I mean, the puppy times were the most trying time of our relationship. Some people do the bell thing, and I think that's kind of cool and cute for a while, but we never did it.
We should have done that with Zimmer because he would just stare at the dog. Or he would just stare at the door and, like, not alert us that he wanted to go outside.
Right.
So we'd just, like, be walking around and be like, oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
You want to go outside? You've been staring at
Let
that
me
door
know,
for 10
yeah.
minutes? Like, ring a bell.
Yeah.
He was like, you never trained me to do that.
Right.
Like, fuck, our bad.
Yeah. It comes with times. What's going on over there with the dog?
He's cute as hell. He likes wrestling. He likes biting.
Yeah.
Slept right next to me. So, like, his bed's right on the side of my bed. So we just stared at each other all night. And it was cute.
That's cute.
I take him out at 5 a.m. I'm a 5 a.m. guy now.
Right.
So I'll be tired later. Dude, I have a question for you before we go into the actual updates. I made a breakdown. I forgot that I scheduled it to go live.
Right. Dodgers Cubs.
Yeah, I should actually check to see if it did go live on all platforms. But this dude, in the years 2000, this dude's wearing a bucket hat.
Right.
And I kind of ripped him because it's a night game and it's a plain blue bucket hat. And I like a good bucket hat, but I feel like
You're being harsh.
It has to be festive. It has to be fun. And like a night baseball game bucket hat, it's a weird time to wear a
bucket hat has always been a bucket hat.
It's like dressing up as Gilligan.
Unless you're going on a legitimate fishing trip and that's your fishing outfit. A bucket hat doesn't fit into society.
So you're with me.
Yes, but it's a comedy thing. It's not a...
No, but he wasn't. He wasn't.
I mean, that's your opinion, man. That's you coming into a video 20 years later and saying he's seriously wearing a bucket hat.
Seemed like he was.
Because if I wore a bucket hat into the office today, you wouldn't say, oh,
no, but
Jake's got his serious bucket hat on.
Yeah, you're a silly guy, though.
So is that guy.
Bucket hat at night game? I don't know.
If you're wearing a serious bucket hat, you've lost. But that's not on the bucket hat itself.
Looks like it went live on YouTube, went live on my Twitter, went live on Instagram, which is tough because that's hard to schedule.
Sure.
IGTVs, but we figured it out. And cool, man. I never scheduled them out like this before. It worked.
Look at that.
Way to go, the internet. You did it. Good breakdown. Hard breakdown. Didn't know what was going on. Let's go into the...
No way. You got engaged and you haven't said a word about it. So
what am I supposed to say? I got engaged.
Talk about it. You got to tell the people. Not everyone follows you on Instagram. Not everyone. Some people tune into JJR to listen to you, dude.
JJR onlys.
Yes.
Got engaged to Caitlin. Very excited about it.
That's huge.
McDougal put the ring on his collar all by himself, and then I handed Dukes to her with the ring on the collar.
People are talking about that, by the way.
About what?
Some people are saying she's engaged to McDougal.
She may be. She is, technically. Technically. There's the
rules of the land.
There's an engagement to Dukes. I'm engaged to Dukes in a way as well.
Sure. As am I.
But I said, will you marry me? My voice.
Ooh, that's big.
So that overrules all of that.
The ring. Yeah, I'd have I'd have to watch the tape to check it out, so hopefully I can find that.
We have it,
camera.
but we're not going to post it ever because we both look pretty gross in it.
Like that a lot.
It's just like weird side angles. My gray hairs look awful.
Yes.
But I tweeted out the play-by-play. Someone asked for the play-by-play, so I tweeted it out,
Sure.
but I was watching the video to get the play-by-play correct.
Right.
And Katie was like, why are you watching that over and over? She thought I was just being cute.
No. Content, babe.
Yeah.
It's a content life.
But we're engaged. But, you know, we've been engaged without a ring for like a while.
Sure. A lot of couples are.
When I went to Savannah, I was going to propose, but as JJR people will remember, I had to get 2 root canals. Or I got 1 root canal, but I got charged for 2 root canals. That kind of took away the ring money that I had saved up.
Right.
So, you know, we had talked about it. It wasn't like it wasn't a surprise engagement.
Right.
But it was a surprise that the ring.
And also, hey, as we are mentioning for our JJR listens, I think we also have a very Northeast mentality when it comes to that. I mean, you know, living together, getting dogs and stuff. It's kind of like the Northeast engagement. Like you and Katie have been living together for
3 years.
I mean, there's still people in the South that like won't live together until they're engaged and married.
Yeah. Yeah, but the South also gets married at like 18, 19 still.
Can.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're not even like fully developed.
Yeah, in college, I can't imagine that. I mean, we had one buddy that got married right after college.
Yeah.
I forget about that wedding a lot. Shout out Al, who's now our friend, who's interactive on Twitter. So I don't forget about your wedding, Al. I remember it now.
He posted, I wrote a really harsh card to his wedding. Do you remember that?
No. Do I remember the card you wrote to his wedding? I just said I don't really recall the wedding sometimes.
Yeah, it's about you.
I do when I think about it.
It's about you. Ow. That's why. He's
going to be so mad.
He posted it later on. Like the card I sent it wasn't a card. There was like little coasters at each table, and you were supposed to write a note, and then they have a collection.
Right.
And it was name your firstborn Jake, then throw it out.
Ooh.
Which...
we don't know if that's happened.
Don't invite me to a wedding when I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
That's what's
rules are rules.
That's what's going to happen.
I talked to Al a little bit because I mentioned he's been interactive online. And he was like, dude, we should do one of those happy hour call things. And at first I was like, But if I was going to do one, it would be with like the college guys. If we got like Al, Norris, Sven.
I mean, that would be a shit show.
Yeah. Be good. That's the thing. We'd have to put a timer on it.
Yeah.
Because if it went 3 hours, everyone would walk away and be like, that kind of sucked for the last 2 hours. I think we put like a 45-minute shot clock on it.
Just be Ken.
Pete, talk.
Pete, 5-minute update.
Pete's our mute roommate.
Come on. Pete
Partially.
Pete listens.
You think so?
No.
No.
He's listened.
He's listened.
And when he hit play, he was like, "What are these fucking idiots saying?" And then
good friend of ours.
Then he hit play, and it like after 2 minutes, he was like, "That's so stupid.
These guys suck."
Yeah.
Too much talking.
Pete didn't talk much, and when he did talk, he shit talked us. So it's hard to gauge if he liked us or not.
An interesting friendship in hindsight.
I think we were close in college, but if someone was to tell me like he actually hated you guys, I'd be like, okay, like I that feels like that could be the case.
He's won. He's won the war. Swimming in our head right now.
Swimming. Let's go.
A sad day in the fighting community as Conor McGregor retires from fighting. You definitely will never see him fight again. And it's a bummer. It's a shame for the sport. Speaking of shame, the Oakland A's come back and they decide to pay their minor leaguers after being a nightmare of a franchise for a little bit. The power of the people, big theme of the past couple weeks. NBA is considering using NBA 2K crowd noise during the game. That's that's some spooky shit, to be honest with you. Matt Harvey. Have you seen Harvey? He's considering not a return to the KBO, unless there's something I don't know about. He's considering going to the KBO, which actually I would tune into. And
no, you wouldn't.
Major League Baseball continues to do the song and dance of proposals, non-starters, and rejections, as here we are, June 9th, a.k.a. 6-9.
McGregor's not really retiring, right? Does anyone believe this?
No.
Why is this happening? Why is he saying this? Is he using it as leverage for something? Or is it just annoying?
Jim, let me bring a couple worlds together.
Okay.
Negotiations. Conor McGregor, I'm retired. I'll never fight again unless you pay me more.
And then maybe.
But dude, it's becoming a little bit of a comedy show in the UFC because last week a guy retired when he clearly before the fight he said if I win this one I want to fight this guy. It's just becoming this ridiculous. We get that that's fake leverage.
It's not. Call the bluff immediately.
Right. If you don't want to fight again, that's fine. And I mean, either way, it ends up working out because if McGregor goes away for 2 years and then there was a fight, there's still going to be interest of it because he was away for 2 years. But yeah, I mean, it's literally straight up horse and pony show. Imagine.
It's not a straight up. It's not straight up.
Straight up.
No, it's not a straight up horse and pony show, which I think would, be kind of boring. You'd have to really do some shit for a horse and pony show.
I'd want to be with someone that knew their stuff. And then still, you're putting a 20-minute cap on it.
Yeah, I think one.
You see that tail on the horse? That's a magnificent.
Oh, you don't even have tricks going. I had a rider lassoing people or standing on the horse.
I had different kinds of horse. There's a brown oak tree horse, and there's a white
a showcase. You have just
horse.
a horse and pony showcase.
Literally. Horse and pony show.
And you gave that 20 minutes?
Yeah.
You're nuts.
If I had someone who was informative, that's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
So when the chestnut horse goes by, they're like, oh, look that's got a longer tail, and it's got a higher whinny. And I'd be like, oh, the chestnut horse. This is because
these were used to lug things, so their legs are strong on Clydesdale, shit like that. I basically just
look at those hooves.
Yeah. I was thinking if there was a good rider doing tricks, I'd be interested in the horse show.
Always.
Yeah.
Anyone doing tricks is kind of cool. Bike? Scooter?
Yeah, but...
Airplane?
Yeah, I don't like the...
Blimp?
There's a, motorcycle or street bike doing, wheelies down the road.
Sure.
I don't like it.
It's too loud.
I don't want to watch you die, so...
No.
And it's too loud,
But you still watch it.
It scares me.
If you're on the road... and that goes by, you're watching it.
You're
away, forced to.
I look away once they hit that apex where it's they a little bit, and then when they go to that level where they're up and now they're staying up, I'm out. I don't want to watch that.
Okay.
Out on that.
Horse and pony show, Conor McGregor.
So McGregor's now retiring.
No.
The A's are paying their minor leaguers.
Yeah.
If you forget the story, the A's said they weren't going to pay any of their minor leaguers. That means that the minor leaguers couldn't collect unemployment.
They weren't going to release them either.
They couldn't seek employment elsewhere, and they just got no money.
They're trapped. They're trapped.
It was inhumane and incredibly fucked up. And, no one say the power...
Honestly, he probably caved because it should be a massive lawsuit, right?
Power of public opinion, man. It works. So...
Open up your eyes, people.
A's. Dude, I even said, the A's are so cheap. And I had people from the Bay Area arguing with me because I was like, I live there. I know you guys are there's a lot of A's fans that are brainwashed. It's we're not all brainwashed just because we can't afford to buy championships. I'm like, dude, you're brainwashed.
Right.
Because you can.
Owner has money. Billionaire.
And they're like, well, the stadium isn't bringing any money. Yeah, because the owner won't get, they're trying actively right now. But for a long time, they wouldn't try to get a better stadium or fix the amenities or do anything fun for the people. The sewage backs up in the opposing bullpen nonstop. The bullpen pitchers sit on a metal bench. You don't have the revenue because you don't put anything into the team.
Yeah.
Dummies.
Oakland hopefully becomes an interesting case study because, we've talked about on here a little bit, the Raiders are now left. Golden State left to go across the bay, which is huge. Man, if they could get even an okay ballpark, they could be the only game in town. In Oakland, a city that's, changing rapidly. Oakland, they've got a super proud fan base. They could do it so right.
If they got a new ballpark, they wanted a ballpark in Jack London Square or around that area. If they did that and it was a nice, quaint Camden Yards-esque ballpark in Oakland by the lake, it would have been a tourist spot. You would have casual fans. It would have been a quaint night at the ballpark.
Right.
And I do think they would have thrived off that. Like just the momentum would be there. Revenue would start coming in, and they have a hell of a team right now. So, but yeah, they paid their minor leaguers. Good for them.
Congrats, the A's. You did a common sense move.
Right?
Yeah.
Not even take back the congrats.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
Close.
I need water so bad. It's so...
Oh, my God. Eyes on producer Luke. Big water bottle incoming.
Did you see it like kind of float in the air for a little bit?
That's straight producer Luke. Coronavirus, man. Freaked out.
No free ads.
Matt Harvey, KBO.
Cool. Sucks because he was like the most badass ever. What else? I mean, good that he's not too prideful to do it because he can't be at this point in his career.
How much do you think Matt Harvey made playing baseball? Baseball Reference.
Not a lot. Did he ever get a contract?
I don't think so, right?
$4 million?
I think the Angels paid him last year like $9 million.
They paid him $9 million?
I think so. I'm going to guess $15 million total. It's probably a little more.
I'll guess.
Because he had some good young accomplishments, so he probably got in the pay scale decently.
It can't be higher than 15.
27.
How?
So in his final 2 years with the Mets, he made $4 and then $5 million.
I guess he did ride out the
Cincinnati, he made $5 million. Forgot he was even there. Dude, the Angels.
Cincinnati?
I don't... Okay, you don't know this.
How much did Cincinnati pay?
I come at the Angels pretty good sometimes.
I don't even have Cincinnati on here.
2018, Cincinnati.
I think it was still the Mets' money.
Right, he finished the season in Cincinnati. I mean, either way, he made a little over $5 million that year.
Yeah. I think it came from the Mets, though.
So, I mean, when you look at the final years of his initial contract, 4, 5, 5, basically 5, 5, 5. That's $15 million. So that's 15. Guess what the Angels paid him in 2019?
$10 million? Sounds like you were
$11 million.
Are they dumb? The Angels are dumb.
That's what I was about to say.
This is
if you're an Angels fan, how do you defend your franchise?
Don't get on Brett like that. Brother-in-law Brett.
I bet Brett couldn't even have a discussion with me.
Okay. Good bet.
Yeah. I was going to make a joke because Brett's a lawyer, so I was going to say.
He couldn't even litigate.
Don't.
Debate.
So
I did my A's rant, you do your Angels rant, and we just rip California.
If you're an Angels fan, what are you doing?
They have a good GM, too. They have the Epler, right?
Epler. When did he come in, though?
Well, 2015.
They are, like, good this year.
Lineup's hell good.
Don't, dude.
The lineup's good. The pitching isn't.
Yeah.
Except Bundy might have a career year.
Matt Harvey, man.
The new MLB proposal,
say proposal again.
Promposal. Sucks. They just offered the same thing. 33% of revenue.
Did you do a promposal, Luke?
He doesn't have a mic, so it's going to be
That's
brutal.
fine. I just want to see his face. Okay, he gave it a kind of... What?
Hibachi, I think he's saying.
Hibachi? That's not a final answer, though.
I think he went
Did the chef do it?
Yeah.
The chef asked your prom date to prom. Okay, so you're... God, you O'Brien boys.
He flipped
your significant other's engaged to a dog.
No, I asked her.
Your prom date.
You didn't even ask him
with
how it happened. The chef flipped the piece of chicken.
Sure.
Actually, it's the piece of fried egg.
You've got your lying face on a little bit. Yeah.
Into her mouth.
Oh my God.
She tries to swallow it.
Sure.
Realizes it's paper.
Yeah.
Dressed up as an egg. Coughs it out. Luke opened it up. Said, "Will you go to prom with me?"
Straight lies for everyone listening.
We don't know.
Did you do a promposal?
No.
Were those a thing?
I'm doing promposal.
Not really.
I had a girlfriend. And it was like a
yeah.
known thing. It was like we were gonna go to prom together. We're dating.
Dude, it's funny looking back at like the cell phone camera generation because
oh my God,
we would have had so much more stuff in high school and stuff.
Fucking just opened up Twitter and it's a picture of two husky babies getting carried in watermelons.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. My prom date. I guess I am proud of this. I guess this is why I harped on it. My prom date was following me in a car. We're driving down a road. I stopped my car in the road, and got out and asked her, and she had to make a decision. There's cars behind her.
Mm.
So, tricked her.
Do you remember the band Hello Goodbye?
Hello, good. I say, you say hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye.
Do you remember them?
Kind of.
They were a band. Dan Wingen really liked them.
Right.
They made a song called Jesse, Will You Go to Prom With Me? And I think they were like a real high school band. It's a good song. It gets stuck in my head a lot. Face the whole time. Maybe I used that to ask.
Another JJR lost copyright. Any MLB thoughts before
No, I don't care.
we talk about it?
We have to talk about it elsewhere, so I'm over it.
Check out Talking Baseball. The whole thing's a horse and pony show.
Boring. Terribly boring. Dad, why'd you bring me here?
It's literally, I said this at the start, but Conor McGregor retire from fighting. Like those are the kind of negotiations going on in Major League Baseball.
What do you think the percentage is when you bring your daughter to like see the ponies?
Sure.
Excitement
or your son.
Whatever. Excitement to like reality. Like how many times do you think the ponies actually impressed to the point where the little boy was excited for him? I'm thinking
the ponies impressed?
Yeah, like the little girl's like, I can't wait to see the ponies, Dad. I can't wait to see the ponies.
The kid's impressed by the ponies.
Yeah, and then
they're kids, dude.
I think it's like,
are you
that's
nuts?
it? That gross little horse?
Yeah. How many kids have you heard say that phrase?
That's what I'm trying to.
Gross little. None. Zero.
I mean, but think about what they think ponies are, and then they go see a real pony.
Think of it, they're playing with a little like 5-inch toy, and then you go see a live animal. Have you seen a little?
Then you
kid,
go see this.
Have you seen a kid get like sad from a dog? Because it's the same thing except multiplied.
No, ponies suck. Dogs are cool.
No.
Ponies suck. It's weird that we
dogs are cool. BBD. Write that down.
He's toothless right now.
Bad teeth, David.
Oh, BBD's in the chat.
Dogs are cool.
Okay. Hey, I have an idea.
Sure.
We're going to go to halftime. What do you think about a little, 2-minute pump on the AC?
Wow.
During half?
No way.
No? Okay.
Gotta be strong, man.
BBD, if you're in the chat, you have to give us a state.
Show us your meat.
You have to give us a state for how the first half went, even if you didn't listen to it.
Send a nude picture of yourself to the chat.
Do that. It's getting warm in here.
Half serious. Watch 13th Amendment on Netflix this weekend. You should go watch that, people.
I caught the tail end of it. Katie was.
If you're wondering what to do, it's hour and a half. Interesting stuff.
Katie was bawling her eyes out.
Oh yeah, I was pretty demoralized after. Also went to a protest. Walked down Park Ave. We did it.
Someone in the morning show. For the last 3 days, where's Jake? Is he protesting? Well, maybe you were one day, and I didn't know it. I was like, why is he asking?
Funny. I mean, it's funny watching A, the Twitter trolls, and then B, the young kids that don't realize they're being Twitter trolls. Because I think there was one. I think it was just a teenage kid that. Oh, so Saturday morning I was walking the dog with the girl. And we heard
euphemism, or were you actually walking your dog?
Actually, very much walking the dog in Central Park.
And also?
No.
Okay.
No. Have you seen my beard?
Big Baby David said Hawaii because it's hot in there, and it's one of the newest states, and I just got here late. So
okay.
It's great reasoning.
Works. Good job, BBD.
He thought of that the whole time he was at the dentist.
So, dude, you like this. So, A, there's a place in Central Park called the North Woods that is full-blown, woods. Connecticut backyard type woods.
Central Park, Northwood. I'm going to Google Maps.
You couldn't tell you were in New York City. It's pretty wild.
It's where all the murders happen?
Yes, I think so. I don't know. I made that up.
Okay,
but
cool.
Jess was scared to go in there alone just because she didn't know what it was like. It was all families. Anyways, so we go in there, and there's like the oldest building in Central Park is there. So we're like, all right, let's go find that out. So we march over there. It's just a bunch of rocks piled up, which is fine. Good job. Good early building. But, dude, we've talked about this.
This was a building.
This was a building. Luckily, we improved. Dude, know how we've talked about, like, in old battles, how, like, a good war cry or something, or, like, remember at our buddy's wedding in Maine, like, we heard the girls yelling, and you're like, that was 10 girls yelling. Imagine, like, 1,000
warriors,
people in a tribe or from an army, whatever. So, dude, we were there, and then we heard this, like, crazy crowd noise, and we're like, oh, it's got to be a protest. So we walked, like, another quarter of a mile, and it was, like, one of the longest protests I'd ever seen. So I've like videotaped that, and I was like, this is cool. And then and we were planning on doing something later, which we did do, is like for the medical professionals or something. But one of the kids like commented on it. It was like 15 and just clearly didn't get it. He's like, dude, do you think Jake would really protest? And it's like, okay, so you don't know what a protest is. You're a child.
Dude, I have something.
But yeah, be good, people.
I'm scrolling through the North Woods right now.
Okay.
On Google Maps, on like a path.
Central Park's nuts.
Yeah, it's a weird place. And what's cracking me up, is there's these black things on the sidewalk. I'm like, what is that?
Okay.
And then as I keep scrolling, they keep happening. It's the helmet of the fucking dude who's doing the video. So like the whole time you're scrolling through this path, you just have the helmet of the guy who was recording it.
Rollerblader, maybe.
Weird job, huh?
Odd job.
They have to blur everyone's face on Google Maps. Like,
who like gets credit for Central Park? Like, who was smart enough to say like, hey,
you've never heard me give this speech? I feel like I almost wanted to talk to my cousin about it at last weekend at the dinner table, but I couldn't remember if I already told him.
Have you heard this speech, Luke? You're his brother. Central Park speech.
No, it's not Central Park. It's just Manhattan in general, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good.
That's the same guy.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I've done it a lot. I've probably done it on a lot of shows. But the fact that they gridded Manhattan with Central Park in mind and just demolished the entire island and said, nah, we're going to put concrete everywhere.
Yeah.
See that giant lake? Fill it in. See that big-ass tree? Cut it down. It's nuts. It was like a huge project. John Randall Jr. is the guy's name.
J.R.
John Randall Jr. JRJ. Well, yeah, second R on the... Yeah, I gotta get it.
Wow, good job.
Amazon purchase, someone wants to know?
Yeah, we'll see. I might need Luke to... Or no, I was going to say... I might need Luke to get my wallet, but it's already in the internet, Jim. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
And my barbecue sauce came in. Haven't tried it yet.
Do you ever do instant purchase?
I think, dude, last week when I got the barbecue sauce, I think that was my first instant purchase.
I don't do it. It scares me.
Scary.
So scary. So scary. Because I used to just keep things in my cart, and surprise myself later. So if I do instant purchase, I don't know what's in there, you know?
I just don't shop.
Yeah. Little Italian pauper boy.
Just don't shop.
Did you get new boxers yet for yourself?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Congrats.
Let's see. Maybe I'll go to bestsellers. Something's got to fit me there, right?
Nice. I'll read the news.
Get into the news.
I read the news today, oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
A French footballer has been suspended for biting an opponent's penis. That sounds like sports news. Sounds a lot like sports news. An incel blows off his own hands trying to make an anti-cheerleader bomb. Gross. A man was caught on camera breaking into an Australian museum to take selfies with the dinosaurs. Who would you rather be, the incel or the dinosaur selfie?
Yes.
A hidden treasure chest filled with gold and gems has been found in the Rocky Mountains. That's awesome. So cool. And the U.S. military could lose Space Force trademark to Netflix series.
I read the news today, oh boy.
All right. The French football player, he bit the guy's penis. What position do you think this guy was? Gotta be a defender.
You'd think defender.
Gotta be a defender.
Could be midfield, though. I think midfield's a good backup option because he doesn't know how to properly defend. So he's like, hey, time to bite some dick.
An amateur footballer an amateur football player in France has been suspended for 5 years. Holy smokes!
Really bit that
quit
dick.
the sport after biting an opponent's penis. The incident occurred while a game in November between SC Turval and AS Sotric. So one player attacked the other player after he tried to calm a fight during the match between the two teams. The action was quite terrific at the moment. The victim required an emergency consideration, and the result led to 10 stitches and 4 days without work. Oh, so he bit
He
this
bit
dude's
this
dick.
guy's penis. Is there video or anything?
Witness accounts in particular were gathered in order to retrace the fact as accurately as possible. I got a problem. I mean, it's not like there was a zoomed-in lens on this. There's only a couple people that had a good shot of the teeth on dick. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's not like the guy in the crowd in row 22 is like, I saw it.
Right.
There was blood everywhere. You didn't see anything. The matter was immediately transferred to the discipline player unit of local soccer governing body, which made a decision for 5 years of suspension of a player with the club to be fined €200.
That's tough, man. That's the kind of shit that doesn't leave you, you know?
Yeah, how come we don't have this dude's name or anything?
I mean, you are the soccer player who bit a guy's dick for life.
He might love it, though.
Yeah, I guess you could spin that into some porn and shit. I don't know. But again, that's a quick life audible.
How do we not have a picture of this dude? Because he's an amateur, so they don't want to give his name out? He's an amateur. He could be 16. He's back at 21. He's good.
He's 14.
Oh, dude, this wasn't on the field.
Excuse
A
me?
player from either side started a fight in the car park, and when a second member of the Turville squad stepped in to break things up, the Sotric player bit the peacemaker.
Bit the peacemaker's dick so hard that it
I have it.
got stitches and shit?
The peacemaker put him in a ground on a pin position like you did to me in Grown Losers.
Sure.
And so his crotch was kind of at the chin level.
That was
and he just went,
that was the play.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. I mean, I'm all for punching and kicking dicks in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't bite.
No.
I mean, was he going through clothes? And he I guess soccer shorts and boxers.
There's a way this is allowed.
Okay.
The guy was shoving his dick in the other guy's mouth.
Ooh. Wouldn't that be a spin? This kid's getting bullied.
Yeah,
by a group of 10.
There's the dick biter, and he's like, he put it in my mouth. He's getting very upset.
And then the 10 of them were bullying that kid.
Mm-hmm.
And their story's all locked up.
Yeah.
And it's 10 versus 1.
This kid got fucked
That
in the mouth.
sucks, man.
Bit his way out.
Literally fucked.
The old Andy Dufresne.
You got fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry, kid.
This incel blew his... Oh, wow, we got pictures here. Oh, I don't have the ability to put it on screen. When BBD's back tomorrow, he should have the ability to do that. He blew his own hands off trying to make an anti-cheerleader bomb. The pictures are pretty gross.
An anti-cheerleader bomb, huh?
Is it on me?
Ah. Jesus.
I don't understand what... I mean, is the anti-cheerleader bomb just a clicky way to say he put a bomb by the cheerleaders? You know what I mean?
I guess so. I don't know.
23-year-old Virginia man who turned up at a hospital missing his hands and peppered with shrapnel claims he was hurt in a lawnmower accident. The FBI, however, says he's a misogynist who fantasized about blowing up hot cheerleaders and was trying to assemble a bomb. So, that's just bullshit by this headline maker for calling it an anti-cheerleader bomb. He just tried to bomb the cheerleaders.
What? What's this guy's day like?
I don't know. He got punished. He's an insult, dude.
What's that mean?
An insult is a male
Sure.
who has social anxiety usually and thinks that since he's never slept with a woman, that they're all evil and that it's their fault that they're a virgin. They blame everyone else for being socially awkward and a virgin. That's an insult. And, neck beards are very common among insoles. Fedora hats are common among insoles. And they have names. Like they call all guys Chads.
For any of those people wondering the actual definition, involuntary celibate, shortened to incel, refers to self-identifying members of an online subculture based around the inability to find a romantic or sexual partner despite desiring one.
Yeah. That's like the...
Didn't have to bring fedoras into it.
Well,
neckbeards I'm fine with, as a representative of the neckbeard community. Fedora guys get so laid.
I'm just painting the picture of what the classic incel. But, this dude got punished, blew off his own hands, so...
Good.
Probably blaming the cheerleaders for that, too.
Yeah.
Man caught on camera breaking into the Australia Museum to take selfies with dinosaurs. I don't think this dude broke in just to take selfies with the dinosaurs. I think he broke in because
This was another cover-up, you think?
No, I just think he broke into a museum, and then while he was there, he took some selfies. I don't think he was breaking in saying, I got to get selfies with the dinosaur. I think he just wanted to spend a night at the empty museum.
Dinosaur pulls more headlines. Do we think there's a theft thing here? And then he was just like, I'll bail on the theft and say I was taking selfies?
I'm going to guess. So maybe the selfie is, I'm going to guess it's like a YouTuber, vlogger, who wanted to do spending a night at the History Museum.
When are museums going to open?
So, as long as we don't tick up after protests, everything's opening. No one gives a shit anymore. But everything might tick up. Deaths might come back. We'll watch that wave.
Okay.
He spent 40 minutes strolling around the shuttered museum and making himself at home. He stole a staffer's cowboy hat from a coat rack and blissfully posed in the open jaws of a T-Rex, apparently blind to the security cameras tracking his every move. Yeah, we have footage of him. He's just kind of walking around. I think this dude just terribly bored. Wanted to go. This dude has no friends. Better than blowing up cheerleaders.
Did they ever make night at the museums a thing?
Yeah, I bet they made sleepovers.
Yeah.
Get some money out of that.
Probably Boy Scout groups and shit, right?
Yeah, I think a lot Katie slept over at Alcatraz.
That's pretty cool.
That's not, she was 9 years old. Scary as hell. All right, here's the big headline. A hidden treasure chest filled with gold and gems is found in the Rocky Mountains.
This is cool. I've read this before I saw it on Giger.
Giger. Where'd you read it? Just came across your feed?
Just came across.
After sitting undisturbed for more than 10 years, a treasure chest holding gold nuggets and precious gems has been found in the Rocky Mountains. The box was hidden by millionaire art dealer Forrest Fenn. His only clues included a map and a poem, but after countless quests, the search is over.
Only clues included a map and a poem, people. Those are some of the big ones.
Map's huge.
Maps
almost directions.
Arguably the biggest clue you'd want. Family Feud, that'd be the number one clue.
It's not. Is that even a clue? It's like a direction.
It's not like an actual map.
What's the map? Okay, so he narrowed it down to 4 states.
It's you've got clues. The
treasure has been found, Fenn wrote in a statement to a blog run by Dal Natzel. It was under a canopy of stars in the lush forest and vegetation of the Rocky Mountains and had not moved from the spot where I hid it more than 10 years ago. I do not know the person who found it, but the poem in my book led him to the precise spot. The guy who found it does not want his name mentioned. He's from back east, Fenn told the New Mexican in Santa Fe.
Which is a great line, by the way. That could mean...
Is this
that could
legal?
Almost mean everywhere.
Is this legal? For this guy to hide treasure? What if this leads to, deaths and...
It does. It has.
4 people died over it?
4 people have died looking for it, yes. Well, technically he can't be blamed for it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's kind of an agent of chaos.
I think it's more of a ripple effect, and I think we talk about that a lot, and it's something that excites me. When you set something up and you don't realize some of the little stuff. This guy set this up to be a whimsical, it'll change someone's life. And I think he said his whole original goal was to get people to go outside more. And, 4 people died. So, you are a murderer.
He said it's a place a 70-year-old man can go.
He said it's a place a 70-year-old man could go.
Yeah, that's a little tricky.
Yeah. A 53-year-old died. Jesus.
I do like it as a last resort death.
Nothing else.
Yeah, if you're like miserable or homeless or something like that, and you're like, well, shit, it's $1 million in the woods.
After reports that searchers had died while looking for his treasure, Fenn tried to dissuade people from taking perilous risks, saying in a statement emailed to NPR, "The treasure is not hidden in a dangerous place. I hid it when I was 80 years old."
Jesus, how old's Fenn now?
3 years ago, the treasure hider said he believes at least 250,000 people have looked for the stash. I mean, he's counting people that just like check their mailbox.
Yeah, dude, again, think about his initial goal. And kids, cooking stats is a very important part of life. His goal was to get people outside. So pretty much he just Googled whatever trail he put it on and how many people go there every year, and he took all those numbers.
This is bullshit. He's 90 in August, and he has pledged to never reveal where he hid the prize, telling Burnett in 2016, "If I die tomorrow, the knowledge of that location goes in the coffin with me." That's bullshit. Give some people some closure. Some people spent a decade trying to decipher your poem, and they're never, like, you know.
Jim, you are a naive little frog.
Give them the feeling of like, we were this close, honey. Or, okay, we were nowhere near.
Jim, the guy that left treasure and left a poem and a map, you don't think when he dies he's going to leave clues to where it was? I mean, wait.
He's going to leave another poem.
He's going to leave like a painting. Or what are one of those things that's in all the National Treasure movies? An obelisk? No, I think that's just the shape. What's one of the, you turn it and then it tells you letters or words or something? It's in like Da Vinci Code.
Rubik's Cube.
I made my purchase, by the way.
What'd you purchase? I'm trying to find the poem. I want to read the
Da
poem.
Vinci Code toy. Hey, I kind of found it. Cryptex. It's a Cryptex.
Yeah, I was close.
Cryptex. You were all over it. I bought just a bunch. It was a 5-pack of like phone and USB chargers.
Nice.
Just
cool.
put those shits everywhere. Put one here.
This
Put
article
one in the apartment.
This article has the second stanza of the poem.
Okay.
Begin it where warm waters halt,
Okay.
and take it in the canyon down. So it's a river. Sounds like that's a river.
That's what he wants you to think.
Begin it where warm waters halt. So that's where it comes to a stop, so like a bay, and take it in the canyon down. So it sounds like you're starting with a bay and you're taking a river down a
Be a
canyon.
waterfall.
Not far, but too far to walk. That changes for everyone. This dude was 80. That could be like 200 yards for an 80-year-old.
Maybe it's just like you have to go across a lake and like take a little paddle boat or something. Yeah. Like you have to swim.
Yeah. Put in below the home of Brown.
Brown bear. Dirt.
It's just a guy named Brown he killed and put there.
All right. Well, it's found.
It's found. And otherwise I would have found it. Why not? It's crazy, Jake? It's only 53 minutes in. Goes so much faster when we're together.
It's not crazy. It's expected.
I thought we were going to be at 1:15, but we still need to do what fucking.
Better the day, it's the better the day. Better the day, better the day.
Bet of the day! Bet of the day. It is the bet of the day. Jakey placed some wagers last week. He had Eintracht all the way. He had Eintracht beating Werder, and they did. He had Eintracht beating Mainz and hitting the under because Mainz was going to suck it up, and it was going to be a 2-0 win. We both agreed on that. Mainz schedule. I'm trying to find it right now.
So, I think I have good news and bad news on that. They didn't beat Mainz.
Mainz
but
won
I think
2-0.
the under still hit.
Mainz won 2-0. Eintracht too bad to win 3 games in a row.
And that's fair. But I had them winning that second game. It was a 2-1. It was Eintracht week, as it is every year on JJR. And I went 2-1, so I'm happy about that. Thank you.
I mean, that makes you like 5-1 in Bundesliga.
I think there's 2 losses. I think it's 4-2 or 5-2, something like that. Which, hey, and guess what? They're still the only sport doing it. How about that? Bundesliga. Actually, golf's coming back this weekend. We're starting to get there, people. Figure it out, baseball. Read 2 books about it.
BBD. Read The Art of the Deal.
Read anything. Read like a firm handshake book.
The transcript of our last episode.
Golly gee willikers, man.
BBD's ready, man. He's ready to take notes on this bet.
Okay.
Wherever he is. In the car,
In
maybe?
the buff, being rude, doing stuff with the food. Let's see. We don't have a Bundesliga game. Should I try to sneak a boxing in? Because I think there's boxing on Tuesdays now. Yeah.
Okay. I'll abstain unless I feel really
What?
swayed. Let
me see if there's any good matches. Okay.
Easiest game to fix,
Okay. So the big match of the night. What's the date today? 6/9?
6-9.
Oh, dude, these are all blowouts. The favorites are huge. All right. We're saying Bundesliga, people.
Huge fucking guy.
We're saying Bundesliga, and we're going to the huge Hoffenheim RB Leipzig match.
Hoffenheim?
Hoffenheim versus RB Leipzig.
Hoffenheim.
I mean, they don't essentially play till this weekend.
Hoffenheim.
But Red Bull, you think so, Luke? Red Bull Leipzig. I'm taking the over in this. Hoffenheim's a big favorite.
Dude, Hoffenheim hasn't lost since February 29th.
The over-under is 3.5. I think you're going to see Hoffenheim get there. This is looking like maybe a 4-2 final. I think Hoffenheim maybe gets lazy at the end.
Hold on.
Hammer the over.
Hoffenheim hasn't lost a game.
They're hot.
Yeah. I mean,
they're huge favorites in
There's a
this.
2-month break because of the pandemic.
Sure.
But so they're huge favorites against
RB Leipzig.
Leipzig.
Luke thinks means Red Bull.
And what are you taking?
What
What do they have to? What are you just taking them to win upright?
No, the over under. You didn't listen to that. The over under is 3.5, and I'm taking the over because I have Hoffenheim. I have Hoffenheim going over by themselves. I think they put up a 4 spot.
They haven't done that.
But I think Leipzig sneaks a couple in too. Like I think we're big over. I'm big over.
Hoffenheim hasn't put up a 4 spot all season, dude.
Yeah, but Jim, think about what you're saying. They've won all these games.
No, they just haven't lost.
Right. And I think Leipzig, I think they get lazy at the end. Leipzig sneaks a couple in. They put another one to get coach off their back a little bit. I think you're looking at a 4-1, 4-2 final.
They've never scored 4 goals. They don't even know how to do it. They're 3-0-3 in their last 6 games, so a lot of ties.
Sure.
Which shows that they don't have the heart.
I mean, have you looked at Red Bull Leipzig?
Yeah, they rest on their laurels.
Because I think you're going to poop down their throats.
All right, let me see this Red Bull bullshit. So Red Bull... Dude, Red Bull's been playing great.
Yeah.
Fuck. Red Bull hasn't lost. Holy smokes. Red Bull hasn't lost since January 25th, and it was to Eintracht Frankfurt.
Who you've been on record saying they're absolutely terrible. You opened up this segment by saying they're so bad they could never win.
Yeah, but on March 10th, RB Leipzig beat Tottenham, your Spurs.
I mean, the Spurs were playing the team they rolled out that day.
Leipzig crushed Mainz 5-0.
Yeah. 5-0, huh?
Yeah. Zilch.
This is a combination of zip and nil.
Zilch. Short for zilch. Dude, I'm all over Leipzig.
That's not the bet, even.
Yeah, I'm all over them.
You've quite missed the bet multiple times now.
I know, it's over 3.5. I like just Leipzig's going to win. But it'll probably be...
I'll allow you to take Leipzig to win, because that's big money. It's a big payout.
Taking them.
Okay. So 2 separate bets.
Wow. BBD.
Actually, no. Leipzig is a giant favorite.
Yeah, like obvious.
Yes.
And obvious. And that's
And
obvious.
that's obvious because we're Bundesliga guys.
Yeah. And that's why I knew
So
they were
you
gonna
can't
win.
take that bet. No.
Okay, I'm going to take the under.
Okay, good bet. I'm going over.
That was very
That's
quiet.
a good bet. That's a good bet.
Jakey, about to make a big mistakey.
I'm starting to like your bet.
It's a good bet.
I'm starting to like your bet.
I mean,
I'm staying over, but
Hoffenheim has no heart, man.
Hoffenheim's terrible.
They've tied 3 of their last games.
I misread their whole sheet.
You did?
Yeah, they're garbage.
I was trying to tell you.
I like RB Leipzig.
Oh, do you want to change?
No, I'm taking the over.
Okay.
4-2 final, either way.
It's going to be 2-0.
4-2.
RB. Maybe 3-0.
Think about how dumb you're being.
All right. I'm just about sauna mode, so it's a good time to end it. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow in the office again.
Huzzah.
Goodbye. Be well. Rest up. Live easy. See you later.